Just what I need.
Hey, you. Where would you start? And put it somewhere interesting, I hope. Gods, we better find a way to call me off soon. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time. I'm certain the journey
To Moonrise Towers, then. May the sun and stars guide us.
to get to the towers. This curse, any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow. You long ago.
Dark just...
Arida, if you can find this place, I'll wait. The decision is yours, but I'd favor the Underdark. Even a place like that is the lesser evil compared to the Shadow Curse. Already? I've long sought to return to Moon. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. I'm glad you approve. I do not true. The Grove needs... This is why I chose Francesca. Contrary to how some think of...
Do not be so impatient to move.
A private word would be nice.
Oh, hi. Where would you start? You give me chills, baby. No mean feat at my temperature. Gods, we better find a way to cool me off soon. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take. What are you thinking about? Sad. I couldn't let myself feel sad in the Hells. Letting my guard down would have been a death sentence. And letting, say, a Cambion near me would have been disastrous. I thought it best to keep my distance. But loneliness that deep gets into the marrow. Now that I'm here, among friends, I can feel it burning out of me. Little by little, step by step. If you have any ideas, I'm all for it. Give me all you've got. Clever. Might even work. Come here. I'm dizzy. And you? Are you all right? They're still zipping around inside me. I know I can't have much more than that. Not until we found a more permanent solution to the Hellfire issue. Gods, me too. That was amazing. But it is what it is, isn't it? I may not be able to have any fun, but you're still free as a lark. You have your fun with the others till then. I don't mind sharing, if I must. But keep a piece left over for me, hmm? I'd believe you if you said 1 + 1 is 7.
Breathe deep and move.
What's on your mind?
Oakfather's blessings to you. Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found. There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside in other circumstances. I would have done the same. A bad impression. Impossible.
You know, Karlach, there are other ways to express love beyond run-of-the-mill physicality.
Are you going to try and teach me about exceptional uses for a mage hand, or what?
Well, actually, I was thinking of poetry.
Oops. Sorry. But, now that I think of it, is mage hand especially hard to learn?
Here goes nothing.
to go still. On I go.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Absolute. Praise death. Everything, everyone. My mother's swollen gut. Heretic. Filth.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Still alive, so that's progress. At the ready. Seems simple enough.
Your years in the Hells have made you a fierce warrior, Karlach.
Fierce in battle, maybe a bit naive in everything else.
In that way, you are like many a young Githyanki. Wise to the ways of battle, if not to the wider world.
Makes sense. And how are you getting on out here in the world?
Mindfully and meticulously.
Might be useful.
What's next?
No one back home will ever believe this. Very well. What's inside? Don't mind if I do.
That might be worth a look.
Better not be cursed. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Did Zariel know you'd be unable to touch anyone when she crammed that awful thing into your chest?
Thing is, I can touch devils and the like back in Avernus. I never did, because I'm not a masochist. But I could have.
Gods.
Hey, you.
Very well.
You wish to speak? With such stimulating company? Never better. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thormund his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Fungal spores. Refreshing. Oh, I don't like that. Can't be anything good.
wasn't a bullet, was it?
More are coming.
Hush. Do you hear it?
They're coming. They're coming.
No. Something's coming. And if it lives down here in the dark, it won't be anything good.
They are coming. You are coming.
Here we go again.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Can't afford to let up.
On Victor's path.
I cannot die. Please help me.
Time to strike.
Let me recite their demise.
Torment.
Smell blood.
Can't give up. Not now.
The blade will not bend. Let's take a look. Blood comes easy these days.
Victory awaits. Make way.
I don't fancy their chances. Watch and learn.
Another fight. Let's go.
Swift and lethal.
No traps, please. Have to keep going. What's hiding here? I bet that'll fit in my pack.
I cannot die. Please help me.
That took the edge off.
How much farther can I go?
What a charmer.
Let's get going.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Never a dull moment. Wonder if the gods are watching me. Open up. The Zentarin. Mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends. If you can afford them.
No one stopped me yet. Moving ahead. Bet I can crack that open. Anything of use? Step carefully. There's a trap. do.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Moving ahead. What's that?
Timask and torch stalks. Hell of a combination. Get confused by one, blown up by the other.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
can't slow down.
Careful. Even the mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
Careful. Even the mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Hey, you.
Always at your side.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Thank you. Good gods.
It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mystra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover. I am, after all, the villain of the tale. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, Only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave, and put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
You'd even consider letting him stay. We must be rid of this menace.
Have a heart. Gale is one of us, and we should stand by his side.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
What are you thinking about?
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know. I was. He mentioned Dark Justiciars, And we've come across other signs of a Sharan presence during our travels. I'm not sure I can dismiss that as a coincidence.
Hey, you.
What is the creature doing to those corpses?
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Dwegar slashed me.
Like dwarves, Dwegar have innate resistance to poison, and thus no need for intricate brews. Though deadly if left untreated, the poison can be cured by the antidote or natural remedies.
Myconids. Took pity on me. Sound, lads. Especially since the Greys gave him hell for it.
Sound shrooms. Snake druids, take note.
Not going anywhere.
Hey, you.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwegar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwegar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwegar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
The Sovereign's song twists into images. Dwegar changing size, slipping in and out of invisibility, invoking craven divinity. An illusion comes over you. A Dwegar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't worry. I wouldn't hesitate.
You may not. The spores hear only the Circle. They dance to no other harmony.
The Myconid denounces your theft. It means to punish you